What's good, y'all? What's up? What's up? I'm back again with another vlog. And before I get to the topic at hand, in relation to what this vlog is supposed to be about, I want to pay tribute to two recent passings real quick. Alright? I want to do my quick tribute to Roger Moore. He passed away due to cancer, I believe. And for those of you who know the name, who know about the actor, he was one of the few actors to play James Bond. Alright? He was one of the few actors to play James Bond. Now, for those people who say that Sean Connery's would be the best of all the James Bond, and that includes Daniel Craig's take on it, for those who would say Sean Connery's was the best of them, I mean, maybe he is, but gotta give credit where credit is due. Roger Moore, I guess to me, he may be the runner-up in that. But, just wanted to pay quick tribute to him, pay my respects to him for playing James Bond. And even after playing James Bond, he's done more work outside of that. But he takes pride and joy into making a parody of himself because of the fact that he was famous for James Bond in the first place, since people could only associate him with that character. So he made his mark on this world, in this industry of pop culture and everything that came with it. He did what he had to do to make do with what he got. Shout out to his family, his friends, acquaintances, everybody that knew him. Definitely have to pay my respects to him. You gotta give credit to Moonraker too. I know there's some people out there who know about that movie, ready to tear it apart if they want to. James Bond in space? What is this, Star Wars? Star Trek? What's James Bond doing in space? At the time, they just tried to up the ante. I guess that's what they were going for. Just try to up one on the other. But at the time, that's what they had to work with. That's what they did. It is what it is. What's done is done. You can't take it back now. They did it already. But at least he worked through it. He was able to do what he did with it. I'm proud of him for that. And that he kept on living even after playing James Bond. So, rest in peace to him. And then the second one goes out to a passing that happened 2 days ago. It was only 2 days ago. And that's Adam West. For those of y'all, for those of us, the majority of us who know about Adam West, first off, Family Guy. We all know him who played the mayor. He voiced the mayor. He was a parody of himself as the mayor on Family Guy. And that show has been running for quite some time now. Who would have thought? But he was the mayor. He played the mayor on that show. And one of my favorite animated TV shows, Johnny Bravo, like that was my childhood right there. I mean, that was a piece of it. Because the animated Batman series, that was another one. But Johnny Bravo, for him to even guest star on that one, hilarious. Hilarious. Because Johnny Bravo was such a hilarious show at the time, for him to even show up on there, that was hilarious. And like I mentioned, Batman, the character that made Adam West famous in the first place. He got a chance to voice a totally different character on the animated Batman show. The very first one that happened, when Kevin Conroy was stepping into the role of voicing the character of Batman. And that was a very heartfelt episode when he showed up, Adam West that is, to voice a whole different character on there. That was full of heart right there. That was good, the fact that they did that. And he lended his voice work again recently to the revamped animated version of the take on his interpretation of Batman, Return of the Caped Crusaders. It was basically the take on Batman that we knew Adam West to be Batman. The undeniably campy version of it. But without him, we wouldn't have Batman the way we got him right now. The dark, brooding nature of the character that we love, that we wanted represented right in terms of how it looks like for TV shows and movies now. Live action and animated. But without Adam West, we wouldn't have had this. We wouldn't have had it. So I'm glad that he was able to do what he did with the character. And of course, the actor who played Robin, and he's still around right now, and he set his piece towards working with Adam West and how they were planning to do more even after the show and the spin-off movie they did with that. They were planning to do more things. Like, in this time, right now, they were planning on doing more things. But this was unexpected. He passed away from leukemia. Since I got the news yesterday, I saw it yesterday, and I was like, wow, leukemia, my God. That was unbelievable, man. Like, the Bright Knight. The fact that he even considered himself that, even his kids and everybody who considers him to be like that, he lives up to that. He lives up to that title because ever since doing the show, that's all he ever was ever since then. That's all it was for him. He was the Bright Knight. Yes, he was. It was perfect. It was perfect for him to be that way because that's exactly his personality. You get that feel from him. So, my respects to both of those guys. Thank you for planting your foot into pop culture of what we know of today. Without you, none of this would have happened. And once again, much respect to the work that you've done, even after what you got famous for. Shout out to your family, friends, and acquaintances, for every one of those people that knew about you, that knew you. Alright? Just had to show my appreciation for what y'all was able to bring to this world. As long as I keep a smile on my face, as long as y'all was able to do that, that's fine by me. I may be a 90s baby, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate the past. Alright? Just had to lay it out there, right? Like, right there. I had to lay it out right there. So, getting into the topic at hand, like I said, rest in peace to the both of them. Getting into the topic at hand is related to what I was just talking about. TV and movies. Like I always say, I want us to come together as a community, the pop culture community, for those of us who are familiar with the topics, the terminology of everything that we know of right now in terms of sci-fi and biopics, adaptations from books, independent, for those who don't know what that terminology means. For those who do, cool. Independent TV, movies, crime dramas and stuff like that. Real against fiction. Either way, you can relate to both, especially if you like both. You can relate to it because they bring the realism on both fronts. Especially when you believe it, especially when the people behind it are really taking care of that source material, so that it's like, yes, this is a good thing. This is a good thing when I see it. When you know a good thing, when you see it, when you hear it, it's all good, man. It's kind of like with music. We're always looking for the good stuff. Sometimes we have our guilty pleasures. Don't get me wrong, I got mine, and I'm sure you got yours. We have our guilty pleasures, but we always find the good stuff. We always want to look for the good stuff. Always. We always want to look for the good stuff. And I always want for us to come together. Even for those of y'all out there who believe in this too. I want for all of us to come together as a community so that we could be able to discuss situations like this, topics like this, that for topics like this, that we come together, we agree to disagree respectfully, we agree to agree respectfully, that we can have civilized conversations about these topics, and that it doesn't have to be heated arguments, it doesn't have to be we're coming at each other's throats just because we strongly feel something the way we feel about whatever it is. And that includes something like this, you know. I just want to be able to put this out there real quick, because this is going to be a quick vlog, and that's pretty much what I have to say on the matter, that we could all come together as a community so that we don't have to worry about coming at each other's throats thinking that you are definitely wrong about something. Do you have to be wrong or right about something? Does it always have to be like that? Like, are you just saying it for the sake of saying that? Because for those people out there who believe that's the way to go, like trying to shut somebody down just because they want to justify what they trying to say. And for what? To get attention? Screw that. For those of you who want to be able to have civilized conversations about topics like this, you like what you like, I like what I like. Sometimes we share the same interests, sometimes we have different points of views. That's it. We just gotta respect that with one another. That when it comes to these, we like what we like. Instead of tearing each other down for what we like, how about we just appreciate the fact that, yeah, even when we have our guilty pleasures, we always try to find something good. Some of us, it's the same. Other times, it's different. We just gotta respect that. You know, we just have to respect that, man, because it's a matter of being able to watch these things, take it all in, before you prejudge it. Take a look at it first, and then you say your piece with that. Because then if you're only going to say it just for the sake of saying it, then what's the point of you? What's the point of watching it or listening to it? What's the point of that? What's the point of that? Why do you even bother? You might as well just move on and do what you're going to do. But for those of us who really takes this seriously, and sometimes not too seriously, if we have the same interests and we have different points of views on things at times, it doesn't hurt to have a nice civilized conversation about it. That way you could be able to say, well, at least we're able to come to some form of an agreement, even when we do disagree on things. We could come to some form of an agreement on something. Because like I said, I like what I like. Because, you know, I like to look for the good stuff that'll keep me interested into what I'm watching. So that way, the material that they're working with is something that I can latch onto because I can relate to it. Same thing will go for each and every one of y'all out here. Especially when it's something different. You know, don't judge that right away. Don't try to shut them down for that. If it's something that you didn't expect that they will like, respect that. Move on. If you take an interest in it, then take their word for it. Give it a try. You know, and that's how I do it too. That's how I do it too. So, like I said, this is going to be quick. This is a quick one. So, thank y'all for taking the time to watch this video. Subscribe, click that bell and follow me on the various social media in the description box below. And if you don't mind me asking, what shows and movies you like to watch? And that we can have conversations in the comment section below. Alright? Let me know. Let me know on that. Alright? So, this is Blue Flames the Poet. And be sure to check out my fan page, Two Minds, One Goal, on Facebook. Alright? Be sure to check that out. But yeah, this is Blue Flames the Poet. I'm out of here, y'all. Vlog number 11. Let's get it.